This video was brought to you by 80 Ways Media. Check us out. Yo, 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 what's good? Yo, it's your boy, Really Reap Reviews, man. I'm doing my thing, man. I'm pumping out this good quality interviews and reviews for y'all, man. Right now, we just dumping off some information, man. You know what I'm saying? We got more to come, but this is a big one right here. The Drake and Kendrick beef just seem to get more and more confused. Now, I'm sure everybody's caught up. If you clip this video, you should be caught up, but for the most part, I'm gonna just explain to you what's going on. So very quick. So Kendrick came out on a Metro Boomin and Future beat like that. And when we heard Future part, when I was listening to it, I heard Future part, and it was like, okay, that's cool. Then when Kendrick came on, it was a banger. Like when I say a banger, I really mean a banger. Like for real. Like I'm talking about like it was so great for that time period and for what was going on, because won't nobody rapping like that. Like these niggas tonguing out of that. Like we needed that energy. We felt down. And I ain't gonna lie, it kind of got me back into music a little bit because I had took a break for a little bit when I seen that. So long story short, Drake made a dumb decision to respond. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick has the California market, the black market, and he just respected a respected lyricist and hip hop, and he's not from Canada, so I think that played a big part into it. Drake got the girls, Atlanta. He got a lot of hits. Don't get me wrong, Drake is the man, but it's just one of those things where the culture needed this one, so he might have to take a step back, and I think that was more what it needed. The culture needed don't need Kendrick to have failing albums and fail and stuff like that because he did so much and because of what he stands for. You know what I'm saying? They all stand for something that's different demographics. Like Drake is a ladies man, or he's a hit maker, he's a singer. And Kendrick is like you know what I'm saying? It feels more at home for some people. So that's really what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I like the both of them. I'm not about to sit here and say I'm not gonna listen to Drake no more because Kendrick beat him or whatever. Because I feel like Drake still got a little more to offer, even though I could tell the decline was coming. A lot of it be hype, but it don't really be hype though because when he drops something, it's just like, yo, I kind of want to hear that record in the club when I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? So it got his own story. But long story short, so Kendrick passed Drake and Spotify listeners over the course of this beat, and that's crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? He really passed Drake. Like how? Drake got like 10 number one albums, 30 different hits. He's everywhere. He's the hottest artist in the game for real. For a long time, longest stretch. Even when Kendrick dropped that album that was failing, that they say is his worst album, Drake was still putting out hot albums and hot content and hot records. So I was just like, yo, how? But they said Kendrick surpassed them in listening. I think this beef really, I don't want to say it hurt him, but it keeps him in his place and it lets somebody that's from America be on top of hip hop. And I think that's really what it's more mainly about, because you can't say if Drake was from New York, it would have been over. If Drake was from Atlanta, it would have been over. But instead, he's grabbing off of the American culture. So that's really where a lot of that comes from. So, but something happened recently where Drake surpassed him back. And we're going to get into it because what I don't really understand is why are these guys beefing in the first place? You know what I'm saying? They've arguably both generated billions of dollars for the label, if not hundreds of millions of dollars for the label. I would have liked to see them on a record together, one of the more Drake, more serious records. Of course, it would have to be Kendrick Lamar being featured on Drake. So it'd be Drake featuring Kendrick. And I think that'd make a hot record, bro, like a really hot record. But other than that, I don't know why they beefing. But other than just, yo, I want the crown in hip hop. I respect it. I love it. It's hip hop, man. But careers do end off of beefs, bro. Like careers definitely end off of beefs. And for Kendrick Lamar to pass Drake, it was crazy on Spotify. That's crazy. Like, if he would have said Apple, I wouldn't have believed it. But even on Spotify, that's crazy, bro. That's great, man. That's great for him, for real. To be honest. And then but Drake just passed him back, and I'm trying to figure out how. I'm like, what is everybody go stream his records? Like something's not going on, something's not right. But you never know, man. It's one of those situations where we about to get into it. it's one of those situations where, you know, so this article was from July 17th. It is now August. This article is from July 17th, and it says Kendrick Lamar surpasses Drake and Spotify listeners after Beef success. And it said, in a surprising turn of events, Kendrick Lamar has officially surpassed Drake with the second highest number of monthly listeners on Spotify. So they got down to the numbers. Of course, Not Like This was a big part of that. 40 million people tuned into that on Spotify. That's crazy. And his listener count on there skyrocketed around 50 to 60 million to 74 million. So he got 60 million listeners on Spotify just off of one record. One freaking record, bro. Probably the biggest record of the whole year. And he took Drake's 74 million, which I mean, when I think about it, man, I'm just sitting here like, man, I know that it couldn't have been that far. I mean, Drake done had like 10 albums go platinum. So, and there's no shade to who's the better rapper at that point. It's just like who's dropped more consistently hits. So he overtook him with one record though, which says a lot, man. Like that says a lot, man. I will clap for him, bro. And eventually I will get sound effects so y'all can, what I'm saying, understand what's going on here. But I really want y'all to tune in because I'm really about to start spitting some gems. And y'all really need to tune in, like, share, subscribe. But something else happened, man, and it wasn't that great. So what happened was Drake surpassed him right back. Hip Hop All Day confirmed that Drake reaches a major milestone on August 9th. The rapper notched at 74.9 million monthly listeners on Spotify. This made him the rapper with the second most. All right, it doesn't say who was the first, but he passed Kendrick Lamar. That's all they thinking about. And then there's some Reddit about it, Kendrick passing him, but it's like they're quiet about Drake passing him back. And I feel like I know why they're quiet. I know exactly why they're quiet because they don't believe it. They believe that Drake has the type of pull that you can, hey, look, bump my numbers up because this guy made 60 million listeners off of one song. I was already at 74 off of my whole catalog. Bump that up. He can't beat me in that. Everybody still like listening to Drake. So they're gonna think that he just got the type of pull. This was a label deal. The label bumped him up. But nobody's gonna necessarily believe that, Drake dropped a song and got a few hundred, a million more listeners in that short period in 1 month. Because I haven't heard anything new from Drake except the Yachty record, which, that's a sample, you know what I'm saying? And, people saying something like, oh, leave it original, but that's another topic. But it's crazy because people don't really understand how important that is. Drake has a $400 million deal with UMG, and it's ridiculous how popular he is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they talk about, he like him young, all this other stuff. But I've talked to younger females, and when I ask them who their favorite rapper is, they say Drake. They absolutely say Drake. They immediately say Drake too. A lot of people say, "Oh, I like," unless you got you like different styles of music. But most people like Drake. He's rich, he's light skinned, and hey, he can sing, rap, and he's the number one artist. Why wouldn't you like him? Shoot, we was all listening to him. I feel like without Culture, he was still Wayne's homie, which made it cool with us. But then people start saying he was better than Wayne, which I knew he wasn't necessarily better than Wayne. I say he was better than Wayne on hooks. But when they was doing their thing during that time period, when Wayne came on right after him, it was needed. It was needed. So I will give him that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then some people would love to just say, oh, he was better, he was better. It's sort of like the same style. But I feel like Wayne overpowered it. But you got to understand that this is American hip hop rap. This ain't London. This ain't Canadian hip hop rap. It's American hip hop rap. You know what I'm saying? And that's really where we coming from with it. This is why, you know what I'm saying? That's really where we coming from, bro. I mean, that can mean so much, bro, because people just the first thing they gonna say is, well, shit. When he made his 400 million, he took it back to Toronto. When Kendrick make his whatever million. He in the city with it. We might see him one day, and we can respect that he grew up from around here. So I think that's what it got something to do with, man. And a lot of people don't really want to know. They don't want their favorite artist to fail. You know what I'm saying? They would prefer other things happen. Like they would prefer other things happen. So I think that's pretty much it though, man. It's crazy how Drake just passed him back without anybody even knowing that he was gonna pass him back, man. Like he didn't drop a record or anything, he passed him back. But of course they're gonna say someone's pulling the strings. Who's pulling the strings? I don't know. We don't know. We're gonna say UMG is pulling the strings. Of course we're gonna do that. Why would we ever say that someone else did it instead of just saying Drake, oh, I'm gonna keep messing with Drake? But this ain't no shade to Drake or Kendrick. I'm happy for both of their success. I mean, hey, look, you do it how you do it. I'm not from California. I'm not from Toronto. But I can see why Kendrick, hey, look, that record is so freaking big. I can see what happened, man. This ain't just, sometimes it ain't just that, bro. It's that. If you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Like, sometimes it ain't that, it's that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That is a smash of a record. I like Family Matters and all that stuff. I like the whole setup, but you know, I wouldn't tell Drake to take his foot off the gas, man. I would tell him just keep going because people gonna forget about it. Kendrick got to really, 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 really throw them sluggers, bro, because now he set the bar impossibly high. You can't get a record that'll bump you up 60 million listeners, excuse me, nowhere. So she set the record high, and I think he can do it. He can do it. We heard a little bit of snippets. He can do it, but he might just, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be a 50 and Ja Rule, and it wasn't, bro. So, but I think Drake is gonna make a strong comeback, strong comeback. So that's been the end of this video, man. This is your boy Really Reek, man. I just gotta tell y'all, man, go check this out. All of this information came from All Rap News. All Rap News is who told me about this, man. I am subscribed, so that's where I got it from, man. Y'all pay attention, man. And hey, look, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. That's the end of this video. It's your boy, Really Reek. I'm gone. Peace.